It hasn't been quite a full week, but we had a really good rain on Friday, our first in I can't even remember how long. So I'm very curious about the growth in the garden. I need to deadhead these. I also need to learn how to harvest seeds from these, so next year I can just grow some of these really pretty ones, but so I love this color. That's going to be my future greenhouse. It's actually a chicken run, but we're going to reinforce it and turn it into a greenhouse. This one's really reaching down. That's really growing out longer. I feel like I got quite a few more blooms on this one than the other one. Soil's still damp. I gotta deadhead bad. But, oh. And I really need to weed. Oh, wow. That one grew quite a bit. Oh, wow. It's just amazing what rain does to the garden. My salad. My dahlia. That one's finally, look at all the buds on that one. This thing doesn't look that great, but that's really grown in just the few days. Holy moly. Another dahlia. I gotta deadhead that one. That one's finally got some flowers coming in. This green thing, I don't remember what it's called, but that's really grown. Did some trimming. Been trying to clean up the property. Oh, my leaves on this are turning red. I don't know if that's a bad sign. Too much acidity, maybe. Yeah, ignore that branch. But these are my hydrangeas. I had to cut that back because I didn't feel these guys were getting enough sun. I got a weed. I do need to get in and mulch, but I really did try and clean up a lot. Been making some fresh salads, but this is starting to get kind of wimpy and bitter. Got the pond going. Got all the baby chickens out. Oh. It's my little lavender Orpingtons in the corner there. Oh. So I really got to get in here with some mulch around these blueberries. My bean towers. Can tell that the rain didn't help them very much, but that's okay. This blueberry's already looking a lot better. I'm gonna have to water these pots tomorrow. This one's still a little yellow, but looks like I'll have to water these munchy pepper types. But I swept my stairs. There's my herbs. I mean, the dill's grown, but oh, look at the bee on the the bee on the chive plant. Hello, little buddy. Oh, you're pretty. Oh, I so want to harvest and dry lots of this pizza thyme. It smells so good. I swept and added some flower pots. Added some amendments. I gotta clean up the rest of my bags. But that one still just ain't doing nothing. Ooh. Look at the new flowers on this dahlia. My zinnias. These dahlias ain't doing much in this one. Everywhere there's a tag, there's a dahlia bulb that got planted and hasn't sprouted yet, when the other ones are this big. And this one is about to give me its first flower. I went through and weeded this some, left some of the calendula. This bed is just a hot mess. I should probably just start over. Amend it and just start over. Maybe move some of the cabbages over. I feel like I must have planted something here that didn't sprout, and all of my pumpkins are on that side. Or maybe I meant to sow something else here and I didn't, and I probably should just like plant some cucumbers. I did put down some amendment and fertilizer for these peas because I have them very thickly planted. This is my Armenian cucumbers. More peas. These are my older broccoli. There's some borage growing along the side there. A lot of clover. Some more broccoli. Cabbage I have to separate out, and rattlesnake beans. And then some silver slicers. And then I bought more. I mean, I paid quite a bit. I'm kind of pissed. I paid quite a bit for dahlias from Eden Brother. And I haven't gotten shit. Nothing. 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 Maybe that one's peeking out or it's a weed. Like, yeah, not happy about that. More broccoli. Got my last bed set up in this row. I gotta fill. And then that melon seems to have grown a little bit, but not very much. And I think that was lemon balm. One single sprout from the Black Beauty. I think it was an old seed pack. And some carrots. And it looks like my lemon basil is just starting to sprout. Over here I've got more carrots. I've got to thin out these zucchini. Are they zucchini or is this the crookneck? This might be the crookneck. Yep. That package had better germination. And then what did I plug in here? Oh, big pumpkins. They're kind of yellowing. I should probably fertilize them too. I feel like whatever those are, they look a little better. And this is one where I feel I sowed carrots, but nothing germinated. I did, little fingers. And then 2 of something sprouted on each end. I don't know what it was. Some more sparse carrots and a watermelon and some more squash in the middle. This one I unfortunately threw this in here and then realized afterwards that it was a banana melon, which I think those get really big, so I might just have to let it trail in the middle. And then some very sparse carrot germination. And are these poblanos? Poblano peppers. Oh, look it, I got a baby bell pepper. This is my pepper bed. Jimmy Nardellos. Those might be my shishitos. This should be more bell peppers. Golden Wonder peppers. Boy, one good hard rain and everything looks dry already though. Anaheims. And this bed has just some zinnias, a pineapple tomato I plugged in, more lemon balm, my onions. Bunching onions are doing and growing well. Regular onions, potatoes, melons, Kajari melons, some kind of squash that sprouted in the corner there. Obviously I'm going to have to thin out these Kajari melons and these cantaloupes. These things are doing well. Whatever I transplanted. I think they're honey delicatas or maybe just some kind of honey. Wouldn't it be funny if they were a bush and not a vine? When I'm all excited for vining stuff. I think, let's see. Those are tigers that have finally sprouted good. And here I've gotten, I thought I seen something. Must not, so I'll have to re-sow something there. More tiger, or I sowed but ain't coming up yet. But these ones, sugar babies. Now I feel like one of these, was it this one? Oh, this one. Look how tiny those starts are. They've started, along with a couple of these weird melon, Mardhu, Haramadhu, and Kiku chrysanthemum have finally germinated. I planted some gladiolas that I bought on discount in this bed. That's as far as I'm topping it off this year. This one's an eyesore, but I threw some pumpkins in there. So potatoes, more zinnias, my asparagus. I'm actually going to try and collect some rhubarb seeds when they dry. My tomato cages didn't quite fit for these sauce ones. So, and then down here I planted some thornless blackberries. We'll see how well they do. That's some kind of perennial. I can't remember. And that's like a Russian sage, and then a coneflower, and just more blackberries going down. Thornless blackberries. I don't know how well they'll do. Jesus Christ, that's a big weed. I'm gonna have to get that before it flowers and spreads. So yeah, it's been so dry here in Wisconsin. So dry. As for why I use this weed fabric, 1, I work a lot. 2, I'm almost 50. Getting down and weeding is just hard. And 3, I live right on the edge of a swampland. So behind me is 6 acres. You better not be going for my broccoli, butterfly. I see you. Yeah. To the right of me through the woods there is some neighbors. I'm actually right in town. The school is back through the woods there. And in between us is 6 acres of swampland owned by the city. So the ticks are terrible. I used to have my chicken run through here to take care of all the ticks, and then the predators found them and wouldn't quit. I've had to give up on chickens. This is like my 4th attempt, I think, and I had to move the run up next to the house and line it up, over, around, and everything through 2 fences and dogs, because the predators just were awful. And it sucks because they're what kept the ticks. So this is kind of protecting me from ticks, basically. Do I wish I had a wood chip path and that would take care of the weeds and the ticks? But it doesn't. So this is what helps me, even though I don't like using plastic. My cherry tomatoes. Oh, no, these are my regular tomatoes. So, but yeah, that was the floppy super weak one. It seems to be doing a little better. So we're going to count this as the 2nd week, even though it's Saturday night, not technically the 2nd week yet. Hey, peepers. Hey, peepers. You don't know how to chicken and the roosts in there.